Welcome, dear students, again to our classes. I hope you are all fine and doing well. Today we are going to complete also working with Unit 9 with the title Journeys, Students Book page 81, Workbook page 73. You have a homework which is exercise 4, page 73 in your workbook. So after this class, you should be able to 1. Use phrases to end an email. 2. Write a holiday email. In today's class, we are going to write a holiday email describing what we did and what we haven't done. Here is a holiday email. Let's read and discuss together. Hi Tara, I'm having a lovely time in Sydney. It is really hot and sunny, and we have already spent a lot of time on the beach. On Saturday, we went on a boat trip. We sailed under the harbour bridge, and we saw lots of dolphins. It was fantastic. Yesterday, we went shopping, and I bought lots of souvenirs. I haven't visited the Opera House yet, and I haven't seen any kangaroos. That's all for now. Have you booked your holiday yet? Love, Debbie. So this is an email written by Debbie and sent to Tara. On the first paragraph, Debbie is saying where she is. She is in Sydney, and she described the weather, which is hot and sunny. On the second paragraph, she is describing 3 things she did. She sailed under Harbour Bridge, she saw lots of dolphins, and she went shopping. On the third paragraph, she is saying or describing 2 things she hasn't done yet. So she hasn't visited the Opera House and she hasn't seen any kangaroos. In the fourth paragraph, which is the last one, she says where she is coming home, and she finished her email with a phrase which is "That's all for today," followed by love and her name. Examples for phrases that you can use to finish your email. First of all, see you soon, see you next week, next month, that's all for now, hope to see you soon, look forward to seeing you. Recommendations. We all know that you should start with your email with dear or hi, followed by the name of your friend. Use the simple past tense to describe things you did, and use the present perfect to describe things you haven't done yet. End your email with one of the phrases, followed by love, lots of love, best wishes, or regards. Here is the key answer for the exercises in workbook page 73. This is it for today. I hope that everything is clear for you. Don't forget to do your homework in workbook page 73, exercise 4. Thank you. Hello dear students, and welcome back to our classes. Today we are going to complete working with Unit 9 with the title Journeys in your students' book pages 79 and 81. Your workbook pages 70 and 72, your homework to do worksheet number 7. The outcomes of this presentation, dear students, you should be able to 1. Identify the uses of the present perfect. 2. Use the present perfect correctly in affirmative negative sentences. 3. Form questions using the present perfect. Let's start working together. So as we all know, a sentence in English starts with subject, verb, complement. If we are using the present perfect, the sentence is going to start also with a subject. The verb is going to be have, has, plus verb 3 and the complement. I use the auxiliary have with plural subjects, and I use the auxiliary has with singular subjects. I'm going to start with the affirmative sentences. I, you, we, they, these are plural subjects, so I'm going to use the auxiliary have. So I say, I have worked, we have written. In he, she, it, which are singular subjects, I'm going to use the auxiliary has with the past participle of the verb. So, he has worked, she has written. This is for the affirmative sentences, so I'm going to start with the subject, auxiliaries have, has, plus the past participle or verb 3, and the complement. For the interrogative, I'm going to start with the auxiliary have or has, followed by a subject, then the past participle of the verb and the complement. So I say, have you worked? Has she written? For the negative, all you have to do is to add not to the auxiliary. So the sentence starts with a subject, haven't or hasn't, plus past participle with the complement. So I say, I haven't worked, we haven't written, she hasn't worked, he hasn't written. Now we are going to start with the uses of the present perfect. First of all, we use the present perfect when we are talking about an action that happened in the past but whose results are obvious in the present. Take a look at the example in front of you. I have this dirty car. This car was dirty. He cleaned the car and now the car is clean. So this is the result in the present, which is the car is clean. So I say he has washed the car. I have used the auxiliary has because the subject is singular with the verb 3 or past participle of the verb, which is washed. So I have used the present perfect for an action that happened in the past whose results are obvious in the present. So the result of this action, which was washing the car, the result is that the car is clean now. Another example, if you take a look at this room, it is in a mess. The room was cleaned by the children and now at the present the room is clean. So I say the children have tidied their room. Another use for the present perfect, which is for an action that has just finished. If you take a look at this example, you can see a boy who has a dish full of food and now he has just finished his lunch. So he has just had lunch. I can see a dish in front of him. He is holding a fork and a knife. So he has just had lunch. Another use for the present perfect, which is for an action that started in the past and hasn't finished. So, in 2000, this family bought the house and they are still living in the house in 2015. So I am going to use the present perfect because the action started in the past and hasn't finished yet. So I say, we have lived here for 15 years, or we have lived here since 2000. So I have used for and since. These are one of the present perfect keywords which we are going to discuss later. Another use for the present perfect, which is to talk about an experience that you have done or haven't done. So I can say he has flown a plane. Have you ever traveled by plane? So I am talking about an experience we have lived or haven't lived. Now we are going to talk about the time expressions which are used with the present perfect. Ever. Ever is used in questions only. So to ask about experience, so I can say, have you ever been to London? Never is used in sentences to talk about an experience you have never done. So I say, I have never visited Jordan. Just. Just is used to talk about very recent action. I have just read the sentence. Already is used to say that something has happened earlier than expected. I have already done my homework. Yet is used in negative sentences and questions only. I haven't had my lunch yet. Have you had your lunch yet? For is used to talk about a period of time. So, I have taught English for 5 years. So 5 years, it is a period of time. Since is used to talk about the beginning point of the period of time. So I can say, I have taught English since 2014. What's the difference between already and yet? We said that already we are talking about actions that happened earlier than we expected. So I have already got dressed. Yet is only used in negative sentences and questions. So if you take a look at the examples, I haven't done my homework yet, and has Sarah called yet? Now we are going to discuss the difference between have gone to and have been to. If you take a look at this picture, Mary is still in London. So we have used has gone to. So the man is saying, Mary has gone to London. I miss her so much. When you are using has gone, this means that the person is still there or still in the place that he or she went to. So has gone means that the person is still in the place. So, when do we use have been? We use have been to say that the person has gone to the place and came back. So if you take a look at this example in front of you, a woman is asking her friend, have you ever been to London? And her answer was, of course, I've been to London a lot of times. It's such an amazing city. So her friend is with her. She is not in London now, and that's why we have used have been. We have finished discussing the present perfect. If you have any questions, you can send me an email. And this is a short message for you. And now I'm going to leave you with the key answers for all exercises in your student book, workbook, which are related to the present perfect. Key answer, student's book, page 79. Key answer for student's book, page 81. Key answer, workbook, page 70. Key answer, workbook, page 72. This is it for today. See you soon, inshallah.